Hi, this is Tony. Today we're talking about the LiftMaster LA400 and the LA400 Dual. This is manufactured spec'd at a maximum of 16 feet and a maximum of 550 pounds. Let me explain what comes in each kit. There are two kits that are available here, the LA400 and the LA400 Dual. There also is something pretty unique about this, and I'll explain it right now. First of all, for the LA400 you get one arm, control board, and everything necessary to hook it up. As you would expect in the LA400 Dual, you're going to get two arms and everything necessary to hook those two arms to the control board. What's unique about this particular gate opener is if you have a dual gate that has power on both sides, you can buy two LA400 singles and they will communicate with each other and act as a dual gate. All the communication is wireless, so you don't have to run anything between the two of them or go under your driveway. This is true of the LiftMaster products, and this is a unique thing that they have come up with here recently. Okay, on the top of this is the manual release. You use a key right here to unlock it, and then when it's unlocked, it'll swing 180 degrees, and now the gate is unlocked. You can swing the gates open manually. When you're ready for operation, you just swing it back, relock it in any position, and it will work, coordinating itself in both the open and closed position. All these kits come with all the brackets that are necessary to mount it to both ends, one to the gate and one to the post. The wiring, the seal-tight connectors, it comes with two batteries behind it, pretty much everything you need. You might also need some some screws or something of that, and maybe some bolts, maybe a little bit of wire, but essentially it's a complete kit. Now let's get inside of it and look at the inside of the unit. The motor is a little over 2¼ inches in diameter and about 4 inches long. It drives a stainless steel, nice gearing system, brass, that is a worm drive, and then runs this shaft here that has two different pitches in the threads. This pitch here pushes the piston in and out. This pitch here controls the limit switch system. And this limit switch lets the control board know when the gate is unlocked. So it's a pretty good good quality motors, good quality gears. The limit switches sometimes need to be replaced. They're not magnetic, they're mechanical, so they're subject to dirt getting into it, which is probably about this motor's only downside. Let's go ahead and look at the control board options and show you what's available there. All right, let's now talk about the options for the boxes that are available. This is the new control board, and it comes with this box standard. If you take a quick look at it, the control board is here, and behind the control board are two 7-amp-hour batteries. The optional control box, which is this larger metal control box, can house up to two 12-amp-hour batteries. Might be useful for solar, but the capacity isn't that much more. So I particularly like and recommend mostly people staying with the standard control box. There's a lot of new and interesting things this new control board can do, and let's sort of go over it. LiftMaster has gone through some time and completely redesigned the board in this new version. First of all, the receiver is built right in, and there is a much easier way to program your open and close limits. You just choose either your first arm or your second arm. You can move the gate open and closed with these two buttons, and when you want to set your open limit, you push that, and when you want to set your close limit, when it's in the correct position, you push that. You can also set your battery to either fail secure with the gate closed or fail safe with your gate open. You can also use this learn button to both learn transmitters, and you can also learn it to the other side. If you remember earlier in the presentation, we told you you can use two singles as a dual, and this button will allow each of them to communicate wirelessly. There's also a very unique thing about the force here. This is an indication of how much harder the gate pushes in force above and beyond its learned force. So this is very little adjustment. What actually happens is the gate will look at the resistance of the last 3 swings and the pressure needed to move the gates. It will average them out and add whatever little bit amount you put on here, and it is basically self-adjusting. So when winter hits and your grease starts to become thicker, it will be pumping up the energy needed to open and close the gate through the winter time, and then when it gets back to spring, when it's warmer, it's going to be reducing the energy needed before it feels a default, making it a safer gate opener. Additionally, they have gotten a new product called MyQ. MyQ will communicate directly with this control board through a gateway, and that communication will allow you to open your gate from the app on your smartphone, and also check to make sure your gate is in the closed position from anywhere. So this is the wave of the future, the way things are going, and LiftMaster has got it going right now. As a note for our DIY installers, you see that this transformer is plugged into a board that has a receptacle in it. And then typically a professional installer will hardwire 110 volt to this. What we expect the DIY installer to do is to cut these 2 zip ties, plug this into a standard receptacle at the house or in your garage up to 1,000 feet away, and use low voltage wire to run to power the gate opener. That allows you to do it without having to deal with high voltage and having to worry about getting hurt from it. Alright, let's talk about what's different in this new model of the LA400 and the 400 Dual. First of all, we already talked about the control board. That's different. And it's got this ultra sexy racing stripe down the side of it. A little bit darker in color, but this is the meat and potatoes. It has incorporated MyQ into it. Now, this is the MyQ gateway. This plugs into your router, and it communicates wirelessly to this control board 300 to 600 feet away using 900 megahertz. You can also have a remote control sitting in your house that will open and close your gate and check to see that it is closed. You can control other things like lighting, accessories, lamps. You can even hook this up to the Nest thermostat, the MyQ system. So this is really what's different about it. And you know, if you're traveling in your way and you go, damn, did I close my gate? You can look on your smartphone, you can verify that was done. And the LA400 and the LA400 Dual come with a 2-year warranty directly from LiftMaster. I started Gatecrafters in 2002 with one goal in mind. That's to provide high-quality gate openers to homeowners who wanted to do it themselves. Today we have a staff that's available from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 7 days a week to help you find a great gate for your property, the correct gate opener for your gate, and the right accessories to make it work the way that you want it to work. Feel free to give us a call, live chat, or email, and we'll see you next video.